Greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Here we are. Yes, we are here. We are here. Yeah, we were here for Twitch earlier, and we've discovered some things. And I'm gonna have Vincentius check right now, but I think I have quite a bit of an echo, which probably means I'm going to either have to unplug, but I wanted to see if he feels that way too, because maybe it's not. It's just my imagination running away with me. All right, let's come here. We're right here at the town hall, and I'm going to come out to it. And, huh? Yes?
I'm not hearing an echo.
Oh, good. Excellent. Yay. All right. So that's perfect. So in this last 10 days, there's been many changes to the food, and at least it seems like it. Maybe there's only been one change, and that that one change never got adjusted or something. I don't know. But one of the things about that change is a curious thing. It almost seems as if in order to have enough dairy, you have to have a large amount of cows, and we don't. I'm going back there now. We're going to look, and let me see what time it is. It is actually 4 o'clock in the morning, so people are going to be up by the time I get to the farms. Now, we have 4 dairy farms, and they are primarily dairy at this particular time. I'm not even sure that we're getting actual meat, and that's what I'm going to check right now. I am doing the organic farming for dairy cows, and we are doing 2 milk attempts a day. I'm going to take off the stew attempts. That puts more calves in, and I thought that made a difference. 7 per day. How many days? Per days? 7 per day. So that would be every day. There would be 2 milk attempts. Well, the way I understand it, that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't have any evidence of that. And I have tried a couple times to try and figure out if how this part works. Now she has milk here, and he has another dairy. This is another whole dairy right here with the cows. And then let's go down to, so that's 2 dairies. Down at the far end of the farm district, we have 2 more dairy farms. And they should be set up the same way, but we'll check. Oh, and I just realized we could have gone through the sugar farm to get to it. So this one is set up with 1 stew attempt. Oh, but it only says 1 instead of 7. Let's do 1 stew attempt, and let's see if that's enough to keep enough cows there. And let's come down here and let's look at this, because I think they're both set the same. And let's change this to 7. Let's see if this makes a difference in the amount of milk that we get. So we have 6 milks here with 1 day. Let me see how many milks we had here. And we have 8 milks. Doesn't it seem like we're getting more milk when we say 1 day? Than the other side had. Let's have them come and pick up the milk, and let's see if I notice a difference in
that was the best
amount
payout
of
I've ever
milk
had in my life.
that we're going to have. Yes, you had some good food, it sounds like. Okay, so they're going to pick up. Couriers are going to come and pick up the milk, and then we'll see what's going on with those. If it turns out that it doesn't matter, we might be looking at putting in 2 more dairies. The way Minecolonies seems to have it, there are vegetarian options, there are meat options, and there are fish options. So there are different options for all of the restaurants. Now, we were trying to do it where we had certain restaurants serve certain foods. So Mauricio, for example, is serving foods that seem more Mediterranean. And that is what we wanted to do. And then we have Nina, who's serving food to university students, and she's serving more pizzas. So she and Mauricio are actually serving pizzas, and that is successful. They're not getting any pizzas, and the reason I'm sure is that pizzas need cheese, and they need cheese, they need butter. The bread needs butter and things like that. So I'm thinking that that's maybe what it is. This is the concrete subs, and these are, I'm looking for the yellow submarine. There it is. The yellow submarine is the warehouse. We're going to come up here, and let's look and see how much butter and milk we have. And here's all of our people right here. It is the day. Are you? Hold on. It is. Oh my gosh, the warehouse is full. Whoa. Sort. All right. The warehouse is full, which means sort. And look, the sorting didn't fix it. Usually when I sort, they go running off. Okay, there they go right now. Whoa, and look, we're maxed out completely. Wow. All right, so we are going to have to open the other warehouse, and we were going to have, we thought that Evelyn was going to go over and start it, and we're going to have her do that. So manage workers, let's get Evelyn to go over. So she's not going to be here, and we're going to move her to a location over there to make it easier for her. And I think I did not put her in the right place back to work. I think she's still commuting from over there. But let me see who we have here. Let's do this. This is Kishore. Let's come over to this one. This is Daniel. This is Ezekiel. This is Philippa. And this is Fernanda, okay? On this side we have Samuel. We have Emmy. We have Harry. Ah, so I did. And we have Kishore on 2 sides. Wait, didn't I just look at that? Daniel. Ezekiel, Philippa. I must have looked at Kishore before. Evelyn's not here, so she's already at the other warehouse. So let's come down. We don't have anyone here. That's a level 3. We don't have anyone here at this 5. So we have places for other... Oh yeah, that is leaking. I forgot. And there is Ezekiel. Let's go to the other warehouse that we're going to open, and let's have her be assigned there. And for now, I think we're going to end up assigning 5 of the warehouse workers that are in town to this warehouse out here. And I just have to see how I'm going to do that.
See you tomorrow.
So, okay, bye. Why is he saying that? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He's apparently on a different shift. He is. Let's come out here and we're going to get Evelyn to begin a new warehouse.
Good to see you.
There it is. There it is. And it's going to end up being the food, the butter and cheese foods that are the ones that are behind. So we did keep Evelyn here. We just assigned her to the main warehouse. So she is now the first one assigned here. Now the problem is, of course, she's a level 1, but it's okay because she has really high numbers. And so she can sort of offset the fact that she's a level 1 with her numbers. Adaptability is 51, and the agility, which is 61. So her numbers are going to go down, but then they'll come back up when she begins. Why are you leaking? Why are you leaking? Interesting. When Danny finishes working on her courier site right here. So let's have Danny begin right now to upgrade this to a level 3, 4, 5. When he's done, he's going to upgrade this one. Let's look at our people. Agility and adaptability. Edison has been working as a researcher. He could actually do this. It's just a shame because his focus is 11, which is usually explorers, and we do need those too. And I don't really want to waste an explorer, and that's what I mean. Waste an explorer on one of these. Is it the same thing? And I think that's true. Azrael is a 13, and he's studying to raise his mana. We'll see if the mana goes up. The mana hasn't been going up the way it used to. I don't know why, but it hasn't. So we'll see how that works. Let's look at Fabian's the librarian. Lane is getting ready to graduate. Did Azrael graduate? He did. Excellent. So Azrael is going to study to be a druid for right now. Let's look at Lane. Lane's not. Marcel has. Yay. And Samira has graduated. And Scarlett has graduated. Tristan is graduated. So they've all graduated, which is perfect because we're going to begin to get them some different work. So let me look at, I don't see anyone except Azrael who would be good for being a courier. I'm going to solve this problem right now by having 5 of the couriers actually work from this shop. We've got someplace else that's dark, and I'll have to find out where it is because we have bats, like an infestation. Let me think about, yeah, let's go back and let's split the couriers while we're trying to get some more people. We're going to have to actually have another set of children pretty quickly, which means that the Druids are all going to have off again. And but we have to make sure that the kids are working somewhere. So we're going to check on all of that. But before we can do that, because this is actually full to the brim, we need to have 5 of the couriers. 5 of the couriers. What am I doing? 5 of the couriers move to the other warehouse. Now they're working from. This is actually them where they work from. This is not from the warehouse. This is from where they live. I'm going to have some high-level ones come. I'm trying to think. There are some of these guys who are living together, and I don't want to break up the couples. So let me come over to the Oaks apartment, and let's look. We were working on this apartment earlier, and who lives here? Kendra is here by herself. Let's look here. This is Samuel by himself. So Sam is one of the newest ones. He's going to go over. And then here we have Daniel by himself. So, okay, and here we have Harry. So everyone in here is by themselves. So we could take this whole set, not Kendra, Kendra's a concrete mixer, but we could take this whole set right here and move them to the other side. And right now, they would still live here because they're assigned to couriers in this area. But their work would be out of the other one. And I'm going back now. Let me swim. Let's see what happens if we actually swim over to the other side. This morning, we spent a lot of time, we spent an hour of this morning's stream actually changing the landscape here so that this submarine could drop down below the cruise line and come out in this direction in order to get to a way out of this area. So come around like this and go to, so they can come all the way around this area here, and then they would actually, I think they can fly over this, and then they'd actually end up on the other side where the rest of the buildings are. And we are already putting in, so we have to be careful here. There, they can. So we have 2 submarine platforms here, but we are putting in another submarine platform right here at this warehouse. And that is going to help with what they need. So we're going over to the other warehouse, and we're just going to do it really quickly. It's after midnight. That guard tower there is on the wrong side. Let's go this way. The farms are over here. There's the bee farm, and it is way out here, and this is where we're going. to this new area that's out here, and we have there it is. We have an airlock right here, which is right next to the warehouse. And so we're going to use this airlock. I still have my siren sight. There, it went away. And let's go to... Did I not remove them? It's been one of those kinds of days. Wow. I didn't remove them. I can't, maybe I can. Hold on. I don't think so, though. I think this is the one that you can't do like this. Manage workers. Let me see if you can. Show employed. See, it's not letting me go there because you can't do it with warehouses. All right. So we're just going to do the reverse of what we just did. We're going to come out. We're going to go back across. Hi, Zaf. How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? We're going across here. How's your book, Zaf? How's the book? Are you enjoying it still? And can I come through here? Is there a crack in this? There is, actually. Yay! Where I can come through and come to here. And see this? This is where I'm going, right here. So let's come down here and come up. And nope, wrong place. Wrong place. And let's come to here and let's do this. So let's come to here and let's manage workers. And we're going to take Harry. We're going to take Sam. We're going to take Daniel. And one more. Who did we see over there? Harry, Sam. We didn't see Gail. Let's just go ahead and take Ezekiel over there. And let's see how this works out. So we now have 5 here. And then we're going to have 5 at the other one. And let's see what happens with the materials when we do that. Let's see how this is going to work out. So the book doesn't seem interesting. Doesn't seem that interesting. You don't feel it. You're in chapter 5. Oh. And it's not as fun as you thought it was going to be? Or it's not as interesting as you thought? Interesting. Sometimes books can be like that. Sometimes they can. Where they have this great introduction and this great beginning. And then they go off somewhere. And what am I looking at? I'm in the wrong place. Oh, no, I'm not. This is where I want to go. We're just going to go this way. We're going to go through here. I did go the right way. I'm just going to use the indoor way to get there because I'm in the neighborhood. So we can come here. 6:30 in the morning. Everyone's hungry. They're all going to go eat. 1 for headache, 1 for stress. Medical, you are now. Yikes. You have a medication for you're getting headaches and you're taking a medication for it? So there they are. There's our split of couriers. So our couriers have this new warehouse. And we're going to see how this works out. Now, my day is interesting. My day started out pretty okay. And, but I think I have mentioned that we are on the East Coast Care for Family. And so we are having some concerns in that area. And so that made the day just a little bit more serious. And there's Ezekiel reporting in. And he's going to go to the other warehouse. So this is going to be interesting to see how this works out. And I'm sorry to hear that. Does the medication help? Is it helping you to feel, to not feel stressed or to get rid of your headache? Let's come down here for a second and see what she is missing. She's got plenty of quiches. You have it permanently for headache in the house when needed. That doesn't need doctor prescription. Pharmacy gives that. Yeah. Look at how many of these she has. This is actually too many. It's too many. But for her, she's got tons of space, so it doesn't matter, except it uses the resources badly. So she's got all of those, yeah. And then there's nothing for pizza. And I'm going to go and check and see.
Is there a problem?
You tell me. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for copper? Lots of copper, but there is copper. So you're getting some weathered delivered, and you need the waxed, okay? Yale is waiting, and we have lots of people who are waiting to do additional work that's needed. And right there, that looks like dissatisfied people, hunger people, that people are unhappy with the food. So let's go to Corinne and see what she doesn't have that she's supposed to be serving. Now with some of them, you can see what they're asking for. He's not unhappy with what he is getting. So here, almost all of her foods are there that she's supposed to be serving. The cake isn't there.
Work.
What do you call it? The cheesecake isn't there. Stew trenchers, are they not there? What an oddness. All right, so that's almost odd, like they don't have the recipe for stew trenchers. Isn't that weird? So we'll see. It's really difficult when, wait, that was blood. Hold on. Let's come here and let's see if by some outrageous chance she doesn't know how to make a stew trencher. So let's look at crafting recipes and let's look for, there's a stew trencher right there. What's the matter? All right, and we opened up for soy, and Harry just doesn't like anything
right away
that he's getting to eat. And I think it's dessert and breakfast that they're not getting. But there's plenty of quiche here, there's plenty of food, there's even muffins here. There are apple pies here. I'm not serving pizza at every restaurant, so I don't know. That is a most interesting thing, but I'm just not going to do it. We're going to have to figure something out because I'm not serving pizza at every restaurant, and I'm not serving certain foods at every restaurant. I'm serving foods at restaurants, and I have enough of a variety throughout the city that I am serving every single food that there is on the menu in 9 restaurants in the city. And that should work. And if it doesn't work, that's an interesting thing. And I'm curious about that. That's one of the things that, now you know I'm an outlier. You know that most people only have one restaurant. So they're serving everything from sushi to congee in one restaurant. That's just not realistic. It's so not realistic. And yeah, it's Minecraft. So what? But that's what I want. I want that kind. We have people. We have cities. We're making towns. Now, if you walked out of your house or went down your street right now in your car, if you walked out of your house in your city, you would not have one restaurant that served everything. And so that is the thing that I'm going to look at. Are you not getting any? Or and see? So they're eating at Messiah's restaurant upstairs. They're not eating across town. So what do they want that Messiah doesn't sell? Because Messiah actually has everything except pizza. He doesn't have pizza, he doesn't have sushi, but he has a lot of other things. He's actually serving rice with the spicy grilled. That he serves rice, he has yogurt for the morning, but there are a lot of foods missing from this menu. He doesn't have any eggplant doma, and we have tons of eggplant. So I'm going to the other cookery. If it's, and this is the thing that I was concerned about, if it's only the last one that you put in that's working, that the other ones don't work. But that doesn't make sense. Then why have more than one, except for builders, if none of the others are going to work? So obviously it can't be that. And street names mention a lot on book and tired you out. You don't want to remember, you'd have to remember them. Curious. Yeah. It's a book that makes you work, huh? It sounds like it. All right, let's go to blood and let's look and see. Blood isn't there anymore. Paloma has actually taken over Blood's position in this restaurant, in this cookery on this side. And I'm going to check for a second. And we're going to see if in fact that is the problem. So we have these. There's the trencher. I have these. Where's the cake? I have most of those. Where's the butter? There's butter. Let's teach recipe. Let's come to here and look at Minecolonies. And let's come to the recipes for a minute. Cheese. She should be able to make cheese. This is bottled milk. And it takes 2. And so I just want to make sure that she can make that. Cream cheese, feta, and butter. I think she can make them, but we'll just do that for a second. Now, if we want to, we can do the soy ones, and let me see what we've got here. No, I don't want that. Put that there. I don't know why that's there. I'll have to check later. Soy milk. So if we make these from, these are made from milk, period, the end. They're not made from soy anymore, it doesn't seem like. Crafting. Large bottles of milk. I thought you could make it from that, but it looks like not. Let's do pizza. Did I see pizza? Because no, the bakery makes that. But the cream, the cheesecake, the bakery makes that. And cornmeal, the bakery does that. Let's go to the bakery. Let's go to this bakery and see how many we have here. So we have some things turned off already. We don't make these breads. These are breads for recovering from war, and we don't make those. And we don't make those, but we do make pizzas. We do make cheesecake. There's the cheesecake. There's one pizza. Which pizza is this? This is the mushroom. Where's the other pizza? Teach recipe. Where's the main pizza? The cheese pizza. Teach this. Let me look for this cheesecake. I think was there, but I'm just going to do that for a minute. And where is the big cheesecake? The chocolate one. There it is. And I can't do anything about that. See, there's some things I can't do anything about anyway. The dough for this, yep, can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that one. It says can be taught. Extra recipes starting at level. And this one is just what it is. And I think that's all that the bakery is doing. The apple pie is the baker. And they're probably making that already. And the corn. Grinding the corn. Cornmeal. Let's do that, because that gives us the taco shells, which is flatbreads. Is the baker, and where are the taco shells? Taco is tortillas. Tortillas. There they are. Right here. And this is important. And what? Wait, do that again. Ah, the cook. Okay. So the cook does tortillas. Boinky boinky. Let's come out here, and let's go to crafting recipes and teach tortillas. Mr. Villager, oi! Oi, Mr. Villager, how are you? What's the problem? I'm just trying to figure out, why we're not getting any pizzas. And I think it's the cheese and things. What do we see that we wanted them to make? Tortillas. Cookery. So bakery grounds the cornmeal, but the cookery makes the tortillas. Rice we have, everything we have. can't say it again. Now I have an echo. I didn't have one before, but now I do. Because I asked Vincentius earlier if I did. If I had an echo. Saf is saying I have an echo. Yeah, I'll see it in a second. We'll see what happens here. Just a second. It doesn't sound like the book's enjoyable. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, you actually do.
I do. Let's see if that fixes it. Sometimes it does. Is that better, Vincentius?
It's not up yet.
Okay. Yes. Is it better, Zaf? Mr. Villager?
Fixed it.
It fixed it? Okay. All right, what do I have on me? Where did this come from? I need that panel. Let's put it here. I need a panel there. And we'll go from there. Better? Oh, good. All right, so let's go to the main warehouse for a second. I'm going to look one more time at how much dairy we actually have. And we'll go through again. And it's not unreasonable. Yay, good. It's not unreasonable that food is a problem. That's not unreasonable. That food is a problem. Food is a problem in the world. So I'm fine with that. It's the balance that we're trying to get. That's the challenge of peace. If you're not fighting a war, then you're trying to find ways to make your people have a wonderful life. And if they feel like they should have some different kinds of food, then that is what we can do. That is our challenge. So let me come here. Let's come to here and let's look. So we have eggs, butter. We don't have any butter. It is the milk. Cheese. That's it right there. We don't have any cheese. We have 19 pizzas and 1 cheesecake and 2 mint chocolate cheesecakes. We don't have any cheese of any kind. Any kind. There are 4 different cheeses. Tofu. We don't have any tofu, which means we don't have any soybeans. We have plenty of soybeans. Why aren't we making tofu? So yeah. So that's some of the stuff, but it's the dairy. Now I'm not going to have some farm with 100 cows on it. I'm just not. I have 4 farms that have a reasonable amount of cows for the fact that they are underwater and have no fields. And I have 2 blended fields for both of the cows so that they have room to run. And let me come down here. We should have, there it is. We should have a way in, an airlock right here, which we do. And we're coming up to here. And that is Hallie. And Hallie, what are you working on? What are you doing? She's working on the 3rd field. And what does she need? She still needs glass and she still needs framed sea lanterns. So I'm going to look at sand, and look at that in just a minute. But let's come down here to the dairy. So we have 2 dairies that are blended fields, and that's to allow the cows to have the sense of having more of a field than they would normally. Now this is 2 dairies, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7 cows in this little space. They can move around, but it's still a small space for them. So I'm not having more than that. So if I'm not getting enough, I know you want something different to eat, yes. If I'm not getting enough milk, and let's look at what happened when we changed it to 7. Now we're not getting any milk. So we're not getting any milk. Let's look and see how much milk is here. Yep, not a thing. So they were at least getting milk when they had 1. So let's do 1. We're going to do 1 and leave it. And I'm only doing 2 attempts a day. 2 attempts a day is the care of the cows. And we're doing 2 attempts a day. And here, let's change it to 1. It was at 1. I would like to change it to 0, that they're done every day. But I don't know. I've asked, and they said that if you want milk at 7 days, you need to do 7 days. You need to put 7 days in. When I put 7 days in, I don't get any milk. They were making more milk than the ones down here who had 7 days. And they were getting milk. And these here, there's no milk. There's no milk again. Now, there might be no milk. What they're going to say to me is, of course there's no milk. There's a great demand for milk. And so there's no milk because of that. So I asked, and the number of days is the number of times that they do milk is supposed to be that. All right, I'm going to do it like this. This is what I'm going to do. So let's say that this is correct the way I was told that it was. That's 7 days. So every day they're going to milk the cows twice a day. And now I'm going to go down and find a place for another dairy. And we'll put in a second set of milkers. I'm going to change it back to 7. And we're going to put in a second set of dairy farmers. And all we have to do is find a place to put it. And I think we're going to put it here. Because the field for the wheat that we have to grow is in this section. So breeding is off. And we're going to do 7. And let's see what happens here. Let's see if breeding is off. And what if breeding is off is the problem? So we'll do 7 for now. We'll put this here and do this. Breeding is off on these. I didn't want them having a lot of babies because they'll fill this place with cows, and I didn't want them to do that. So now let's go out and let's look for a place to put dairies. We're going to have 6 dairy farmers. And so let me come here Yep. Let's look and come to here. I'm a little concerned that Hallie isn't working on that she hasn't gotten any sand. So she's not getting any glass, and she's not getting any sea lanterns that have concrete on them. So let's come to here. My siren sight just went away. Let's see how much sand we have. We have 5,000. How much gravel do we have? We have 15. So we have more than enough to make what we need in that respect. Let's see how many sea lanterns we have. And we have 23. That's more than enough for what she needs right now. We might have to get some more, and we'll work on that. All right, so now we are going to look. Where would I put 2 more dairy farms? So there is the cruise line. That's going to be the new cruiser submarines. The passenger subs are going to come into that cruise line there. And over here, this is 2 new, these are going to be built up. They're in the process of being built up right now by Hallie. And then here, under here, see right there, that means that the dairy farm is underneath right here. So the border, let's look at the border. Nope. Yep. Why are you here? Okay, I don't care. Let's look at trees. Let's look at the border for a second and see where the border is. And so we've got plenty of room right here. So these are going to stretch out. This is the sugar farms right here. And over here, this is where the dairies are. So we could put another set of dairies right here. See, we can't even see the border from here. So we're still not to the border. There's one. Okay, so why don't we put a dairy farm here? So see this right here? That is exactly what it looks like it is. That is in fact a hallway that can be extended. And do I want to extend that one, or do I want to come in the middle of this? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That doesn't make a good one. So let's do this. We just won't have those flowers there anymore. And we're going to move into the ice and decide where we're going to put them and how. So if we have them here, we would need to at least have room for the submarines to come and pick up the milk. So the little submarines have to have space to pick up milk. So if we were going to put it someplace, it would be here. So let's look at the possibility of putting 2 more dairies in this area right here, underwater base. That's a good question. Whose dairies are we going to put in? We have 4, we have 3 underwater base dairies, and we have an arcology dairy. And the Aquatica dairy there it is. is this. Cows. Let's raise up. Let's see what we're looking at. Let's put it up here so that I can just see what it looks like. So this is a level 1 and this is a level 5. So this is a pretty decent dairy size. There's enough room for them to run all around. Where's the farmer? See that there? Oh, okay. There's the farmer. So this is going up to one of these here like this. And the way this is, there could be a second farm underneath it. It almost looks like there could be, doesn't it? So the farm is up high on this one. That would be interesting. And then the dome. Is this actually a platform? Oh, how interesting. So Aquatica is actually made for shallow. And shallow in comparison to deep sea. What would that be like? So let's say that right here at this very end piece right here, see that red dot? That is the farmer right there. Let's push this back and let's see how high this building is. Let's stand, wait, right here. Let's stand right here and let's bring this building down in front of us. And there it is right there. Dun, 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 dun. And let's push this over. So that is the snug fit. And this is the top of the building. So where is this other stuff? Hold on, I gotta find a way up. So look how high this is. We wouldn't need this platform piece because this is actually above ground. So we would need this piece right here. That apparently is to drop the cows down into the water. Right there. Or to get rainwater. I don't know. I don't think that's needed. But I like the large field, and look where it comes to in regards to the other buildings. It comes to the same place, so it is above the water. So the level 5 is looking like this. We could actually just go ahead and put a full dome on if we wanted and have it be here. I'm going to do this one. Granted, this is only one farmer for this field. I would want there to be a second farmer, and we could add a second farmer to this area where the farm is. So there's one farmer there. If we wanted, we could see if we can fit the arcology building underneath here, right here. Shall we begin? This is what we're talking about. We're talking about putting this right here. So we are doing it like this. We're having the level 1, and that's facing the wrong way. How can that be facing the wrong way? But it looks like it is. Is the building part? No, that's O. And what's this? Ah. All right. Let's do it. So this is where the building is going to be, and it's constructed. All right. Oh dear. I'm sorry. I trapped you all. We're going to lose them. We're unfortunately going to lose them. I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't thinking. I don't think I can get you out in time. No. If I had stopped talking and acted in an emergency kind of way, I might have gotten them out. That's X. And let's go to here. And let's put glass back. I'm just going to do glass in that part. Instead of apologizing, I should have gone into action. But I think I wanted salmon for dinner. I think I did. All right, so this is the farm right here. And this is a level 1 farm right here. I beg your pardon. We'll see how this works. And this part right here, this apparently is supposed to be to drop them in or something. See, it's on top of the water with all that water on it. And we're going to have that water fall until we get done. So with the glacier that was there is gone. That's what's left of that glacier. And there's a portion here, but other than that, it's fine. When we're done, we're not having this, so we'll take that off. Now let me see what it would be like to, do I want to have, I don't think I'm going to want to have something like that right there. I don't think I am. Okay, so here's the water. And here is the farm. So now let me see what I can do with this farm. Since the farm is that big, this one's programmed to go up here and that the farm is up here. If we did an arcology farm, we would have to use a portion of this area for the farm. So if we put an arcology farm, let's get an arcology farm and let's look at it. And let's come here and let's go to husbandry and let's go to the farm and let's do level 5. I just want to see what we're looking at. And so the level 5 of an arcology farm is just that little piece. Is just this piece right here. This whole piece right here. So we would have to turn this whole thing around so that turn it one more time this way. No, the other way, the exact opposite. Turn this around so that the main part of the farm is here. I mean, look at this. And that the farm itself fits within these walls here. So we can't do it at this end. We could maybe do it at this end. There's a double. Oh, so it's meant to have a second. See that right there? That's a second. That would be having a second farm. Because where does this go? Let's go down. I can't. There we go. So I'm coming down into here. This is here, it's saying. Is this actually 2 farms? No, this is the right one right here. Hold on a sec. So there's one here, and then there's one here. And there's nothing here. All right, so let's go in. Let's X for a second. That building is there, so let's X. Let's look at husbandry for Aquatica, Q. Isn't this interesting? AQ, ATA. Hello, everybody. And let's look at husbandry. Let's look at cow hands. And all we have is the single one. So it almost seems to suggest that there must be some way of adding a second farm. Once you get this built, adding a second farm, because there isn't any. There isn't a second building. Or unless that's supposed to be some other kind of farm. Hold on. Let's go back. So we have a cow hand. Yeah, it's meant to be some other kind of farm that's attached. So like a shepherd or something using the same field. We don't need any more sheep. Okay. So there is something that I can do about this. So this one is here already. This is the level. Am I wearing the glasses? Hold on for a second. X. Let's go to E. Let's look here. I'm not wearing the glasses. Let's cross out of that. What is happening? Why am I getting that feedback? Is something else crossing over? Probably. But this should be fine where it is. It is not in the way of anything, and everything is here. Did I sit this on top of that other building? Did I sit it inside that other building? Is there something sitting here that wasn't sitting there before? There sure as hell is. Wow. Okay, hold on a sec. That is interesting. Hold on. There's a conflict and I didn't see it. Let's come here and look what it just did. It actually is coming into this area right here, but luckily it's not doing anything to it. But see over top here? Now, is it crashing into here? It is. So right here, it's actually going to break into this part right here. And we might have to do an emergency. And let me do that for right now. I am actually going to put an emergency ceiling right across this part right here to keep this from opening up when they start working on this. How did I not see that? How did I not see this coming all the way over like this? Isn't that odd of me? I was so intent on what I wanted. Yeah, I really was, wasn't I? I was indeed. Okay, so let's take that and put that there. And we've brought down the ceiling here for the time being until this is finished. And then we'll see what we can do. Is it doing anything with this? No. The rabbit hutch. Let's go out. Hold on and see what that is over there. I think it's either another farm. Oh, it is another farm. Hold on. It's the farm over here. How did I not see that? That is so fascinating. There it is right there. I don't have anything here. And I don't have... Hi.
Good to see you.
What's the matter? What do you want? What's in your hand? That looks like bread. And it's like, yep, we don't have any butter. So that's why that's happening. And there it is sitting right there. Let's go outside. It's kind of weird when that happens, when I have something that I was so sure that I checked everything and then I hadn't. I don't know why I didn't notice that. Them being hungry isn't going to be fixed until we have another dairy. And there it is, right there. See that right there? That is the greenhouse, but it shouldn't touch that. It's this that I didn't see. And wow, that was close. It's that I did not see it coming all the way like that in that area in order for it to be connected right there, that this part came out beyond that point. All right, so now we know. So let's go back in down here where the water's coming in. Let's go here for a second if I can. There we are. And let's look at this space here and go upstairs. I need 2 dairy farmers in this area. So that opens up. So this side is that farm. And so that would mean that we would put another farm here. And I can't put, I have to wait until it's a level 5. And I can't put an arcology. Let's try it one more time. The arcology. I know someone who has. Hold on. Let me think about that. In the others, let me look at steampunk for a minute. Let's look at steampunk and let's look at their husbandry, there's the hut. There's a hut. Let's X. Let's come here and let's do that again. Steampunk, husbandry, stop. Husbandry, thank you. And let's do that. Let's wait for it. There it is. And the cowhand, and this one, the space cowboy. And there it is. Look at this. So this is the space cowboy, and all it is this. And let me look for a second. I think it's perfect to do this. Yep, that was it on the ground. So let's bring this down. Let's push it back to here. So that covers this whole area. Let's move it over this way so that more of it covers. So see how big it is? So we want as much of it to cover this entire field as possible. And there we have it. So now they overlap, these two. But we can't put this here until it's a level 5, and then we can put it in. So now we know that we're going to do, and that's what I needed, that I'm going to do the Space Cowboy. That's what it looks like to me. SP SP Cowboy. We're going to do that one as the next one. Okay, so for a while, there's only going to be one person here. What do I do with glass? Did I make it go away? Isn't that? Oh, wait, there it is. Sometimes it's hard to see that. There we go. And there we are. This is the new farm. This is going to be white here. And this part here. This is farm. This is all farmland here, as we can see. Is this inside? Yeah, it is. That's okay. I'm fine with that. Just gonna put that across. Right in that spot there. The music is changing, hear it? I love this piece. And there it is. All right, now we can actually have a farmer practically immediately. We can have a level 1. So let me see. It's athletics. Azrael. Fabian is the librarian. Lane. Marcel is a 9 and a 6. And the mana, the focus is 6. Good. Tristan and Scarlet. It is Marcel. And we can actually have Marcel grow into, he's graduated. Who are his parents? Let's look and see who fostered him, because that name doesn't exist. Hadn't existed before he got here. And it says that Marcel was raised by Beatrice and Michael. So Beatrice, the Druid, and Michael. Now, when that happens, this is an interesting thing. Thomas did the same thing. They're raised by, Marcel was actually fostered, and he was fostered with Azrael and Samira, who are Beatrice and Michael's actual kids. So there sometimes happens where Thomas had it where he felt the pressure to be druid or to be explorer or to do research, but he didn't want to do that. So he went far away to be a fisher. And it looks like Marcel is going to do the same thing. He's going to come back here and he's going to be a farmer. And where are his cows? We're going to bring some cows to him, some babies, to him from the other farms. But he's going to get ready for it. We're going to have him begin to work this farm, even though, did that door close? Yes, good. Even though this is a level 1, which you can do. So he's going to grow with the farm, and look at these farmers sitting right here that are going to help him understand farming. Now, do you see what I see? So who lives here? This is Quentin and Jenna live here. Who lives here? This is Miguel and Zane live here. And I believe that means that they are sharing an apartment. And if they are, there might be enough room. Sure enough. Perfect. So there is now enough room for Marcel to be here. So we're going to put Marcel in here with the rest of the guys. And there we go. So Marcel is here. Okay. Let's go back to the university for a moment. Where are the cows coming from? They're coming from here. There are cows right here. So these cows here baby cows are going to be carried up. Let's get some babies. Let's have Miguel grow some babies. So we're going to turn breeding on so we can get some baby calves to go up to. Wouldn't it be fun if you really could? But I think by the time we see them, they're going to be grown up cows. But we will get them in that field as a beginning. Now, where we are is a place that was that for us? That was a delivery, but I don't know whether it was for us or not. I heard him, he actually even honked, but I don't know whether, it might not have been for us, Vincentius, it might have been for the neighbors. Okay, so Hallie has her, she has a lot of work here. So she's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 builds in this building. And Danny is doing the warehouse builds. So we're going to have to get one of the other builders to come back here and do this. So see where I am right here? See what this is? Let's come to here and let's see who's close. Back. 2. Hello. Vincentius is good. He'll be back in a minute. He just left the room. So now right here, if we go right to here, we have the other builders. Oh, but they're on the other side. Isn't that interesting? We almost need another builder to be helping Hallie back here. And what we could do, and this is an interesting thing, what I want to do is, yeah, I could build a builder. Thank you for asking, Mr. Villager. I could have another builder be here to help Hallie, and then when we don't need another builder anymore, they can do something, they can go someplace else. We have 3 builders who don't have anything really much to do in their area. They're doing domes, and where they could come back here and help. Let me think about putting a builder, an extra builder hut back here. Let me see if there's anything that would give me just the straight hut in this area. Let's go out. Was it? It wasn't ours. Okay. I know he honked, but usually when he honks, then he still says something, doesn't he? Doesn't he, Vincentius? Vincentius, Mr. Villager was asking about you just when you left. All right, so he says he's doing fine. I'm fine. Let's come here for a second. Let's look at steampunk. Let's look at fundamentals. Let's look at fundamentals. Let's look at builders. And we only have 1. And so we can't use them. Let's go to, who else? Cavern. Let's look at cavern style builder. We don't have a cavern builder. We've had them in the past underwater, but we don't have one here. Let's look at the default. Fundamentals, the builder, level 5, and let's see what we've got. Okay, this is outrageous. Oh no! Wait, this is default. This is the normal one. Yeah. This is the one that we've built underwater before, just like we built the restaurant. Let's look and see what the other one looked like, the alternative. Builder. Supply builder. This means they're going to put some material here. And the level 5 of this, let me look at the 5 for a second. Supply builder, level 5. Looks like this in an alternative. So what it looks like if you're adding to the builder. That sign said, blame the rain when it get hissy, but don't ever blame my wissy. That's funny. We can't use this. It's not going to work. Let's look at the builder, and that's the big one. And let's go to here, and that's all there is other than arcology, and we've done those. We could do another arcology one. That would mean that we'd have 3 of them. We have 2 Rivers in one, Danny's in the one that Elena was in. We'd have 3. That's a shame. I would like to do something. Ooh, oh, that was interesting. Whoa. It bombed the... I was going too fast. You saw how slow it is, that it's super slow now in Neoforge. And yep, I did it. It needed way more time to transition than I was giving it. Yeah. No, it's me. It's definitely me. Let's play. Minecraft is running. That means it crashed and it hasn't been recognized. Cancel. Hold on. Let's come here. It's not showing. Oh, don't tell me it's that kind of crash. Hold on a second. Oh, it wasn't long enough for it to go down. Let's try again. Nope, it says it's still doing it. So it thinks Minecraft is still running. I know there's an activity. Let me see if I can bring up. It's not even showing in the in here. I'm actually going to need help. I know there's a way. I think it's the activity monitor. When it doesn't show, I think you need an activity, ACTIV, an activity monitor. I brought down the world. I was going too fast for style for the builder area, and it says that Minecolonies is still running. And let's search for Minecolonies.
Not colonies.
Minecraft launcher, not the launcher. Java, 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 and
So,
it's not there. Hold on.
Go to the launcher.
Hold on for a second. So this is the launcher, right here.
No, move CurseForge back over.
Okay.
Click on the launcher, which you can see behind.
Oh, that's. Okay.
And then close the little pop-up.
Of course.
And then quit.
Of course. Okay, the little pop-up.
Which you have to just click the red.
Quit here, and quit this one.
Yep. No, I think this is Joe.
Yeah.
And now if you play on
I
CurseForge, it should be
know.
fine.
I just missed that part. Sorry about that.
It's because it's too bright outside.
No.
Yes.
No.
It causes all kinds of problems.
No. Nah. All right, the launcher's loading. I missed that the launcher was behind OBS and that it was showing me that the crash was still there. and that's what I missed. Play. So now it's installing Minecraft. And when it gets done installing Minecraft, we'll make CurseForge go away. And we don't have anything going on in CurseForge. Nothing has been added, so it should be okay. And we seem to be okay. And I might as well take this time. Guess what? I haven't done an hour and a half. What? I should have had 2 drinks by now. Mr. Villager comes and he asks a question, and then he has to run away. So that means he's doing stuff. And so, but he wants to be here, which is very sweet. And thank you. Obrigado, Mr. Villager. I appreciate it, actually. And I really do. I'm sorry that you have so many things you want to do. I know. But do what you need to do. Single player is up. Arnaaluk is being loaded. And we will be back. So yes, so what I did was I was going too fast. And I should know better because you saw how long it was taking to load cavern style. And some of the ones that are really heavy, it takes time for them to load. So now we're waiting for the world to load. You can see the world stretching out and the buildings appearing, the mountains, the glaciers appearing. And if we turn this way, we can see the far buildings and glaciers. And there is our new farm with this beautiful water fountain that we've got going on here. And this is the one we have. What's going to go on here? We need a builder. And the builder is, this is the rabbit farmer. Right here, I recognize that piece. And this is the hospital. So the builder is somewhere like right here. Here's the builder. This is the builder right here. So on the sides of the builder, and we've done this in the past, we actually had this be a hallway in a sea bridge in 19, that this particular opening right here, because of the way it was, we just went ahead and have it open to Seabridge, to another area, another corridor. I believe this is big enough. So let's see if it is. And we're going to Aquatica. Nah, Arcology. C-O-L-O-G-Y. And if I go back one, there it is. Okay, and let's do that again. Put it down, it's Arcology. And let's find fundamentals, builder, level, where is it? There it is. Oh, look at that, it's so cute, it's so tiny, level 5, right here. And let's come to here. If we were going to put it here, which we are, let's turn it this way. And let's make sure that it is snug to this part of the building right here. And I think that's going to be good. There's the 3 right there. See the 1, 2, 3? And how close? There's lots of room. This is actually good because we do need to put extra block on the outside for this building. So then let's bring it down from, probably from the inside, to see how far down we need it to come, so that we can put the building in there. So what are we doing? We're making sure that we have another builder right here. So see, we can see the floor and the floor is in the right place. The stone is coming up to that area. What would happen if we bring the stone in one more this way? Let's bring it in until we actually see it right here. So there's the building there. And now let's bring it back out until it's here. So we know that the floor matches. That's the floor of it. And see that right there? So this is perfect right here. Now if I do it here, it's going to take away the wall and there's going to be flooding. So let's push it back out one more and see how close it is to this other building right here. There's a ton of space. There's a ton of space. And it's going to sit right on top like the other ones do. So how many did I say there were? This will make the fourth one. So the other three, there's Lionel's, which is right here. This is Lionel's right here. There is Rivers, which is right here. This is Rivers, and then in the farm country is the third one, and it is all the way over from the farm, all the way over in this direction. Hold on. I'm going to the university. I always do that. Look, see, that's it. So the other one is actually sitting right here somewhere. Right in this spot. There it is. That's it. Right there. That's the other builder. So we're going to move. We're going to have a builder right here. And let's see what this builder is going to look like. Is it going to look like the others? Of course it is. Of course it is. But let me see if they can get to their desk easily. They can. Should I turn it? This makes the steps right here. I think that's okay. I think all of that is okay. All right. And here we go. Now this is something that we can't, we have to do the level 5 because they can't build this. They'll want to build it underwater. And let's come to the builder, and the level 5, and that's what that was, and it is now constructed. Now, that looked like it broke through the glass, but it did not. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to do a new one of these right here. So it's even with the ice. And I have it turned off? Let's X. Let's put this away. Right here. We don't need that. We need a ton of this. And we're going to put this in so you can see that there is equipment running under there. Let's just start, and we're just going to bring it out one, which is what we've been doing with this building, is bringing it out a whole block to give us space, to go around, and then we'll put the windows in on this part. So here, this is going to be at this point, and let's bring this back. What is being done today? I'm trying to deal with the fact that we don't have enough dairy, and that we need to build the extra farm areas. And so since we can't seem to work out something that will make it that our builders, that we have enough builders in this area. Danny was pulled away to work on the new warehouse area, and let's come here. This is going to be interesting. This window is going to be up against this part of this building, and then our other builders, but we can take this whole part away right here. And so we are putting in a new builder right here, and this new builder is going to, it's just a hut, a builder's hut that we're adding in this area to take care of what needs to be taken care of right here. And so we need more construction in this area, and so that's what I'm working on. I know that we were working on your apartment, and I will get back to it, but I've got to solve this dairy farm problem, that we don't have enough dairy cows for the number of people who want to use dairy products on a daily basis, and that is our bakers and our chefs in the cookeries. They need an amount of butter and cheese and milk that we can't keep up with. So when we went and looked in the warehouse, there was no butter. There was no butter at all, and that's the thing. Now, no butter in the warehouse probably means the butter is going directly to the chef, and that's fine, except that there's the things that the chef would be making with the butter are the things that aren't getting done, and that's what we're looking at. All right, this is above water. If we put a glass on it, we don't have to worry about it leaking. We could make it have a yellow glass ceiling, which might actually be really pretty. So let's go glass, and let's take this yellow and put it in. So we're going to put in a glass ceiling here. Yes, they're going to have a glass ceiling. I'm not interested. I don't care about where the lights are. We'll work on the lights later and see where they are going to be. But as you can see, this is up higher, one block higher. By the way, could you do an F3 for 1 second? Yes, I can. Hold on. Let's see if it is function F3. Function F3, that's not it. So just an F3 does this. And I'm looking at the moving numbers, chunks that are moving and things. Do it, but in the water? Okay, escape for a second. Let's come down into the water for a minute. Let's do it right here for a second. We're facing south right now. You forget it's buttons for doing it. And let's come to here. Buttons for doing what? You meant the camera? You forgot it's buttons? What do you mean by the camera? Hold on. So let's make the F3 go away. What do you mean by the camera? Do you mean you want to see me, Or you want to see, what do you want to see? Let's go, this is what we're working on. And we'll come to here. We're not going to have this part, this decoration in this part. We're going to take it away. Let's see if we have something else. It was F something. I'd have to know more about what you're trying to get. Because I don't know what you're talking about. And Vincentius is playing, he's taking a break and he is playing a game, so I don't know. Now, I think we have this, I don't know that we have it. I think that Lionel's ceiling is one of these ceilings. We'll see. If we wanted to, on this top part here, we could actually have this be 1, 2, 3. We're going to make this one a little tiny bit different than the others. This one's going to come here and come all the way up. You know that edit that I asked so kindly? Let me see. Just to take a screenshot of my tail. Oh, okay. Hold on. So here we go. What's X? In the cold water, I have this tail in the cold water. And let me move this stuff out of the way for a second. And then I can take a screenshot of that. And there's my tail from this side. And let's come this way. And my tail from this side. Now I have the other tails too. And let me do this for a second. Let's come to here. I have two other necklaces. And then let's go back to E for a second, right here, and go here. So if I put on, where are they? Here they are. I can take this necklace off and put this necklace on and see what color it is. That's my summer colors. Those are my summer colors right there. And I'll take a picture of that. And then let me see the other necklace for a second. I think they're different. Let's see. So that's one of them. That's that one. And then this one is a different, no? It's just slightly different, but I'm not sure that it is. Look at that. Hold on. Let me look at that again. Let's come to here. And let's do, wait, let's do this one. It didn't expect it. Let's look at that. Yeah, this one is lighter. This one. This one's the summer, the lightest one. And it looks like that. And then, when I'm in the cold water, is what I'm saying, it causes the fin to be dark. And so it looks like this. Yeah. Yeah. And so, let me put these back for a second now that we're done. F5, there we go. And then, and its function F5 is to change my view so that a picture can be taken. You did, okay, will come with great use, excellent. And then let's go to B right here, and let's put these away so we don't have any problem with them. I'm going to put them underneath the trident right there, and I think they'll be nice and safe. Okay, and let's continue. So I'm not making as many windows this time as I have done in the past with these. I've made them practically glass. And watch, I'm saying all this, and this will probably be exactly the same as Lionel's. It probably will. I want to bring the building down right in that spot. I want to bring it down to so that it is only 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And so here is 1, 2, 3. This is the actual window right here. And across the way, this is the exact window. This part right here, 3 and 4. And that's still high. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are bringing it all the way. And then here, this section. And then on the inside, we'll do some stuff to make some different design stuff on the inside. So let's put in these pieces, and then it'll be waterproof, and we can go in and work on the inside from there. I think in the other ones we've completely made them actually, what would you call it? Made them, I would like to put some kind of decoration there, but I don't know what. Let me think about it. We'll close this part in and this part on this side. There it is. And we'll have this. So, no, it's okay. I wasn't so much correcting as I was just giving you the information that that's what you were asking for in case it's needed in the future. You can have that. And because what's happening with us, with Mr. Villager and I, is Mr. Villager speaks more English than I do Portuguese or Portuguese. And so what happens sometimes is the translation that I'm not quite sure I understand what he's saying. That's 3. So this is actually 4 here, but we're not going to have it because that's the roof of that building right there. And here we are. Is there an opening down here? Of course there is. Look at the water coming through. Look at the water coming through here. So let me make sure this is closed. That is definitely closed. And so then we're just looking at this side, and we need to do this. You might help with my new dairy. It's just ask in Discord, okay? Sure. Really? Okay. Let's look for a second. And okay, if you have time, yeah, that would be fun too, but I'll show you where we're at so far, and then you can see if you want to do anything. That's one of the couriers delivering to, yeah, I'll disclose it. One of the couriers delivering to Hallie, I think, making that sound. That actually looks nice like that. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I actually kind of like what's happening with the windows having an indentation right there. Right in that bottom part like that. And what we would do is just turn that part white. Let's do it up here the same. So there's actually going to be wall right at those pieces right there. And usually we take that wall away on the inside, but we're not going to do that this time. Interesting. So that makes it look like this. I like it. And interestingly, another 20 people agree with you that the correct order to leave the equipment in the hotbar is sword, axe, pickaxe, and shovel. Nice. Cool. And I don't think I want to take this part out. Oh wait, I need this to come out. Interesting. But at least doesn't feel like you're alone. Yeah. What does that mean? Alone. Did it seem like, was someone criticizing you for having your things in a specific way? Dun, 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 dun. I want to put something in there. Look how it looks like that. We could actually put some color or something in there. That would actually be quite interesting. It would. Now this one wouldn't be here. This one right here wouldn't actually be there. See that right there? I'm going to get that piece and that piece. Yeah, because that comes down to there. I like it. I don't want to keep the stone. Stone is too heavy, and it'll make the building too heavy in this area, and we might have integrity problems. See this sliver? It's actually sitting on a cliff, so it's not like it's floating in the air or something. But what could I do with that? Any suggestions, Mr. Villager? What would you think? Now the buildings, the Aquatica buildings, are using this color in spaces. What would it look like if we exchange this out? Rack. You thought you were one of the very short ones who did this? You mean you do it in this order because you relate to them based on their function? Weapon, tool. Interesting. Yeah? That makes complete sense in a survival situation. I agree. That makes very good sense. And when you're in survival, weapons are important for protecting not just yourself, but others who are depending on you. So in that respect, yeah, I completely understand the importance of that. And sure, because then you're not reaching for something. If they're in the same place every single time, you get like a soldier. You get like other people who carry weapons. That's where you know the weapon is, and you don't have to think about it if you're surprised by something. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, this is fun. And so here we have that, but see right there, those pieces are coming up. We are going to go ahead and bring these corners all the way up, since we have the original corners looking like that. This is new. This is different. You're just saying a lot of stuff because for some reason the climate got a little heavy suddenly. Just got chit-chat mode activated. I like it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Obrigado. I appreciate that. Okay, and where is it? We have a place where we can go in, and I just have to relate where I am. See, it's super close. It's right here. So we're going to go in here, and we're going to go up. So if I open this, oh, it's open? How did it get open already? I didn't realize. Wow, the water is completely gone. That is fascinating. That is actually fascinating. Let's do this and see what it looks like to us. We're making it a little bit more like Aquatica this time. And how am I going to get to those? I think I can. No, the best way is this way. So let's take these away so that I don't hit the racks. And then put these back right here. Take this away and put this here. Hold on for a second. And so the deep pillars are on purpose. Interesting. It's like those modern houses from 2013 that a lot of people used to do in YouTube. You mean there are still some, but some who do, but not like. Yeah, curious. That is a thing. And here they are right here. So we've got these pieces and we're not having them in stone. So we're taking the stone parts out and replacing it with this material. And so do we want to have these? If we want to have these, we can. They would need to be made out of concrete. Concrete to leather. You're off? Okay. I'm sorry that we didn't get to work on your apartment. I probably will be able to do that as soon as I get a builder in here to begin working on these things that I need to be done in this part here. So, oh, look what I'm doing. I'm putting them differently. That's interesting. Because I needed to put them differently. Oop. In that area there. Let's put them differently all the way. So there's one. That one's right. And then we'll put this one right here. So we're putting them in differently. Is there water? There is not. Otherwise my siren sight would be on. And here is the window that we are taking out, and then we're going to just go ahead and take this part out. Let's have that decoration be there, that it has that indentation right there. There's a light. If we want something, I don't like this being here. It pulls attention and we don't really need it. Okay, now the question is, do I want to change this part? And I think I do. For now, okay. Okay. To the bem. See you later. And we're not using these. So what lights are we putting and where are we putting them? So now we've got these poles here, but we've also got this. Let me look at the black lights from Simply Light. So Simply Light right here, they have lights. So these luminant black fixtures right here aren't going to show, they'll light up the place, but they're going to look like this in these corners. And we can put one here and here. And it looks like we actually need to put them in all four corners. And there is the light upstairs. Next, let's come down. So this one's going to be different from the others. Oh, yeah, we've got a floor missing right here. There is, this isn't floating, so we could keep the brick if we wanted. But I'm not sure I want to. See, so far it's dark. We can put a light on both sides, so we can put one here. And over on this side, can they get out if they fall off of here? Can they fall off of here? They cannot fall in that direction. Can they fall from here? They actually can fall off of the stairs right there. Let's bring this piece of glass here on all these sides, the sides where the stairs are. And let's look. And now they can't fall, and it looks like that on the inside. That is really quite fancy, isn't it? It is. These are in the room. This is in the room. We don't need these. I need to hold on to those. I have plenty of these, and now I need to go and get slab pieces. Dark gray. We're doing dark gray for the floor. For the stairs, we could do, what is this? That's light gray. I don't want to do gray at all. I think I'm just going to leave it. It goes really nicely with the dark gray, looking kind of brownish, that I think I'm going to leave that there. Okay, so then let's come to here and put all of this away for a sec. And so this is a level 5 builder right here. And I don't know that what I would like to do is either move Ryan or one of the other builders over to here. Hallie is here, and she's the one who's swamped. And if we brought one of the other builders, let's come through here and look at two. Danny is working to help Elena in the other area. And I don't want to go that way. Let's go this way, through here, to the town hall. And then from here, past Monroe's, we can go over to here, and this is where they are. We can look and see. Case, I don't know that Case is living with anyone, and I don't think Ryan is living with anyone. Let me see how far away Ryan is living from here. 37, which means she's either 37 would be like she's living here, but she's definitely not. I don't think so. Isn't this the couriers that we looked at earlier? Case is living with Monroe. So there we go. That's what we were looking for. So Case is definitely not going. And who lives here? Kishore and Fernanda. We are not going to have Kishore go over to the other side. Or he could go work at the other one. But he wouldn't be able to move. I have to think about that one. And here is Ezekiel and Philippa. There's another where the partner is working at the other, and this is Laura in that one. And we need to do a lot of work in that. So she's not here, but we did find, I don't think Ryan is living with anybody. Let's come over here and see this house and see if she's here. Because if she is, then we'll have to plan something else. This is Lionel living with Kiara, who is the sugar farmer. Actually, she's the cocoa farmer. This is Emmy living by herself here. We might have to bring the partners back and have Emmy go. River and Spencer are here. And right here, this is Juan by himself. Where is she? Where's Ryan? Let's go back to the town hall for a minute and look at where she is. So she's here, but she's not in the mahogany. She's not in that one. Is she actually living? Now that would be interesting. Is she living back here with these guys? Let me see if she is. She's living here. Abdullah and Micah are living in this apartment here. And anyone who's living up here is living with a partner. Messiah and Dana are living here. And up here, let's see who's here. This is Ryan and Logan. And remember where Beatrice is. That Beatrice went to join Michael and teach. If we had, we're going to have another builder. And when Ryan is done, what's she going to do? What's Ryan going to do? Because she's here and there isn't going to be anything for her to do, and she is partnered with Logan, who's a stone smelter. Oh, this would be interesting. Let's do this. We're going to do something, but Yale. Yale is with Kylie, who's a mechanic. Ah, that actually works. That would actually work. Let's unassign them for a second. Let's look at Yale.
Hey, let me just prep my workbench, eh?
Let me look at where they are. I'm gonna have to do this really fast for what's gonna happen here. Let me see if I can find one.
Great day to work.
Mechanics. Here's Mildred. Not the doctor, the other Mildred. I see Harry. And I see the kids. Shoot. Let's assign Yale here. And let's assign Kylie. Let's find Kylie. And we're going to assign her here. So Yale and Kylie are going to be here. What's going to happen here?
Sun's out, guns out, mate.
Yep, I hear you. So what that means is that one of the mechanics here is going to go someplace else. Whoops. So Bear is not living with anyone, and neither is Mildred. We can have Kylie work this one. So let's have Mildred not be here. And let's have Kylie be here. We're going to have Mildred go to the other side. So let's get Kylie and hire Kylie right here. And then Logan, Mildred looking so pretty. And then Logan is going to be moving from here. And we're going to hire Yale to be here. Now I should have looked to see if Kylie was close enough. So let's go here. Let's have Logan not be here. And let's get Yale. No. So that those are couples already. And we're removing the couples. So I'm going to come down here and look for Yale. I know. I don't have to do this too often. And if I don't find them in the first, then I'll just go over to their new jobs and put them in, and it'll be easier to find where they're supposed to be. Because I am absolutely not finding Yale. Unless he's up here, because he is a... Here's Kylie. And yeah, I'm not getting him. All right. And we'll have to do it from the other end. So let's go to the other end and let's get Logan and Ryan to work at that end. And then we're going to move Elena. And that's how it's going to be. So let's come to here. That's Michaela. It must be raining. Michaela's not doing anything, so it must be raining. So let's come over here and look. We're going to run down this hall and we'll begin.
Oh,
now, of course, they're not going to have any place to live yet, but we can move them into, as a matter of fact, let's see if we can move them both here. We might not be able to. Logan can be here, and Ryan can be here for now. And then let's come over to here. And let's come through here. I think Ryan's too far away. Let's see how far this is. So let's manage. And Elena's not going to be here. And let's go yes. And let's put Ryan here if I can find her. And if I can't find her, there she is. Right there. So Ryan is now here. 55 is not too bad, a commute. If Logan lived here, let me see what it would look like if Logan lived. This would be a perfect house for them. If Logan lived here, let's see how far away he is. He's not even coming up. That's how far away he is. No, let's do that again. Oh! Logan's not hired yet. It'll be easier. So this is where Yale is. And Yale isn't going to be here anymore. Yale is who we couldn't find. We're hiring Logan here. And now let's look. Oh, that's perfect. So the two of them would be better off being here. Logan and Ryan. So Ryan is here and Logan are here, and they were living together. And so they are now still living together. Right here we have Cadence and Avery so far. Elena was here, which means Elena doesn't have a house. And Elena is going to take the new building. She is going to help Hallie in the new building. And so we're going to have her come this way. We'll have to find her someplace in the area to live. No one lives here anymore. So we'll take this up until we have someone to live there. And let's come down and let's go over. Now I have to make sure that everyone actually does have a place to live and a place to work. So Elena is going to be here. And we can put her here now. And there she is. And then let's look, well, look at this. Is there actually an empty apartment? Are these the spirits? No. This is the Sakura. And no one's living here. And no one's living here. So Lena can live here. And now we'll get a mat to put here to show that Elena is there. So that means she moved out of the dorm, the farmer's dorm. There's a farmer's dorm and she moved out. And we'll have her be working here. Now that she's working here, let's do this right away. Let's have her start helping Haley by working on this farm. So Haley's still going to do the other one by herself, and Lena's going to come here and build this up to the level 5 because we need to put in the other farmhand, and we can't do that until we have a level 5. So build options, the builder is Elena. Upgrade the building. And there we go. Now, because of the conflict that we had here, we lowered the ceiling right here. And then but we'll have to come back and check and make sure that that stays there. I think that's the only conflict really. Let's look here. Yeah, see the building's not over top in this area. What an oddness. Unexpected. I did not expect anything over in that corner. There, in this corner right here. But this building must be wider. Maybe it's wider than the others. That's fine if it is. More room for cows. Definitely more room for the cows. So Elena's going to start working on that. And she is going to ask for, I think it's andesite or diorite is the level 2 of Aquatica. And she's going to do the level 2. Level 3 is polished diorite. And she's going to work on that. And she's going to put the dome on. And then she can help with the dome there while she is continuing to work on these 3 here. And those are potatoes. We have carrots in here. And in here, this is beets, and the beets are being harvested right now. And this is going to go away when she gets done fixing that, but we need the fields first to grow some additional vegetables that we need. Now, the Quentin is actually growing wheat for the animals. Hallie and Elena are now there. And wheat for the animals is what Quentin's growing, and he's back here. And And so these 3 fields are supposed to be wheat, and we are going to have them. So see this mint right here? This isn't going to be here anymore. We're going to move this mint field. Let's pick a seed and have it grow wheat. H-E-A-T. And there's wheat seeds, and fix that. This is going to be wheat, and he can get seeds from these fields. Let me look at this field. Are you full 5? Yes, you are. And then this wheat field as well. And so he has 3 fields by himself, which is why there isn't another farmer in this area, because we don't actually need them right here. We need them down at the other end where Elsa would have that full level 5 with all 5 fields by herself. And that's why we're putting in an arcology farmer right there. Okay, so this morning when we were doing work on the submarine bays, the outside part, the exterior of the city, we actually found lichen in the wild. So we were right. The lichen was all located around magma areas. And so these buildings are probably warm enough for lichen in this frozen water, but not for the other underwater things, underwater coral or seagrass or kelp. They all have to be grown in specially warmed areas, like is her name Avery? It is Avery, I believe. Like Avery's fishery down here, where we put in magma blocks specifically to warm the water for the kelp, so that kelp could grow in this spot. And I can just come through this dorm. Let me see how many people are here right now. So Lena's still here, Nola and Everly. I knew it wasn't Avery. Everly is the fisher, and they all live in a yellow submarine. No, they don't. They live in that house. And this is what we did. You can see the magma in this area to heat this area, to grow kelp, to attract fish for Everly. And here is her shop. And now we put this glass in to keep fish from ending up in the hallway, because when they swing the fishing pole back, they swing it all the way back, and stuff gets out in this hall and gets picked up by everybody. So we don't need that to happen. Nola is there, and now I have them there. Do I have Yale at the other shop? And I don't think I do. So Logan and Ryan are actually going to be fine. They have great new location. They liked their house, their little place, but this one's going to be bigger and is going to be interesting. So we'll give them, oops, before I go there, where am I going? I'm supposed to be going to one of the makers, and let's come down here and see what's going on. Mildred doesn't have a place yet, and Mildred is going out to where Kylie was. And Kylie should be here now. So Kylie is here, and Bear is here. And Ryan took over for Elena, working on the residence, and that's fine. And let's come, yes, let's come this way. We're going to get Yale to work down here. So Dax is here.
Yeah.
No, Dax, nobody likes their food right now. You're not alone. And we're going to put right here, and sure enough, there's Yale. All right, so let's get, I know.
What's it today then?
I know, I see you have those kebabs. I know that's what you want to eat. And where are you getting kebabs from? Aren't you getting them from Monroe? Are you saying that Monroe doesn't have any kebabs? That sounds like that's what she's saying, isn't it? So we now do not have a builder here. And we're not going to have one. If he wants to, if Case wants to, he can work from her building if it's closer to what he's doing. And is he doing anything? No, of course not. So let's go back to these domes. He was supposed to be putting in a dome here and putting in a dome. Actually, Ryan was putting that one in. Let's see how far he's gotten with this one. What level is this? It says it's a level 2. Okay, so this is, sure enough, there's a layer of, see, we've got a layer of like a drop ceiling there. I'm going to keep this here so that it doesn't leak until he's done. But the dome is there, and this is a decoration. So upgrade to the level 3, and I do believe that the dome is done at level 3. And that's good. Let's just put this here for a minute. Am I near? I am. Do you think I'm going to find any space anywhere? I doubt it. What? That is gunpowder. Oh my gosh. We actually have some gunpowder? I wonder where that came from. Let's look here. And we definitely have soybeans. So that's not the problem. We're going to stick these right here for right now. And we'll see why no one's making any tofu's made with soybeans, isn't it? Hold on. Nope.
Land
I'm not
spreading
gonna be able to
far
check.
and wide.
What? What was that? Say that again? Okay. And so from our kids, we did get Marcel. We have 2 kids that are going to study to be Druids, and let's see if there's any room for them. And then the other kids, this is going to be interesting, because in order to have enough space, hi Laura, you're waiting for breakfast, aren't you? Monroe is fixing breakfast for her. We're going to the university to check on the graduates. So we had 6 kids, and just one of them hadn't graduated yet. Marcel now has a job. He has taken the cow farm. He's a dairy farmer, and we're going to add this right here. Hold on, I don't want to put this up. So let's come here. Let's have this be here. And I don't think everyone went to bed these last couple of times, so we'll have to look at it. Dairy. Really, Khalid? Farmer? What is so funny? What is that laugh about? Everyone's laughing here. Okay, and then here, and let's look and see. So Hannah is here, and she is 16. Yeah, see, they're not. It's not improving. It used to be that the mana improved here, and it isn't.
Ugh.
And maybe they didn't realize that they
was
had the
some
mana
good lunch.
and the knowledge improving. I'm going to try with Azrael. His focus is 13. We're going to move him here. And I thought I had one more of them who had... There's a 10. Khalid, of course, is already researching. So that makes Azrael a researcher. Beatrix is a druid, which is why hers is what it is. Lane, Samira, Scarlet, Tristan, and Everly runs the bookshop. So Azrael is the only one from this group. We could have River do it for now, since there's no one here. Let me see how many spaces that makes. Here. And so right now we can see we have 6. I think we can have, I don't remember. Beatrix is here. Fabian, Lane, Samira, Scarlet, Tristan, Edison. So now I am going to have to figure out who can do the work in the warehouse. So the kids who are graduated, let me make sure all of them are graduated for a second. Lane is graduated, Samira, Scarlet, Tristan, and Edison was already graduated, and River didn't get into, I didn't add her to the list of them. I thought I did. Hold on. Did I add the wrong River? Hold on. Let's come back here and look. So I shouldn't have been able to. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe I hit her twice and that did it. Okay, so now everyone is going to get a chance to see what they want to do. They're going to help with being logistics planners, and we're going to start some of them at the new warehouse. We have room for at least 2 of them to be stationed here, and we'll look at that. How close are we? Hi. Hello.
I love living here.
Okay. All right. And who? What? Oh, okay. All right. All right. So, we're going to come back here. We don't have Mildred working here. So if we put Mildred here, we're going to have to give her someplace else to live. Obviously, this is what she can do. And so we'll put her here. And she lives too far away. So she's going to move into the house with, going the wrong way. Into the house with the other women. I can have 3 living in this house here, this first one. So we're going to put her here, right here, and we need it to be Mildred, and there we go. So that works. Franklin's fine where he is, and so now we have, do we have someone living here? Evelyn's living here, okay. And do we have someone living here? Logan and Ryan are living here. So let's bring this out and save. And so there's no one living here. Correctamundo. Okay. It's nighttime. It's 7:30 at night. And the sun is setting. Like a summer or spring, late spring sun. Logan's here. We have Yale at the other one. We're going to hire now a bunch of couriers. We have another courier here. And yep, we're going to do Edison. Edison's going to work this warehouse with Evelyn, and we're going to give him keys to the warehouse right away. Couriers, advantage, and this makes a 6th person, wait, who can be here, and there he is. So remember that Ezekiel is with someone on the other side, and so we'll have Ezekiel go back to the other side where that is, and work over there, and we'll bring the kids over to this side. Unless, oh, now that would be interesting if we brought Ezekiel and his partner. Are you in the ground? See that? That is, they are not stuck. And I don't think if I take this away, see, it doesn't affect them. So that is a glitch in the matrix, and I'm going to have to probably get out to fix it. That's the new kind of glitch that I have. Instead of them like bouncing all over the place, they're now stuck in the floor, and which is no, it's not funny. It's not funny. They're stuck in the floor like they stepped on wet concrete and got stuck in the floor. It absolutely is. All right, so let's come here and let's see what we've got. Who's living here? This is Kendra. And Kendra's apartment was the one that we were supposed to be working on. Who's here? This is Sam. And Sam is working on the other side, if I'm not mistaken. This is Harry. They're both working on the other side. I'm going to bring Sam and Harry back. And Daniel, and I might bring them back. So where's the couple? These are all these guys. So the couples are over in the other apartment over here. Let's look here and find them. And this is Philippa and Ezekiel. So this is pretty. I hate to move them out of such a pretty house. Let's look at this one. This is Laura. Put her there. Let's look here and see who this is. Look at this, Kishore and Fernanda. It's in these beautiful houses, and Monroe and Case are living here. Kishore and Fernanda, we're going to move them over to the other side. Move them away from Philippa. Kishore, Fernanda and Philippa have been really good friends. There's Ezekiel. I would like to move them over. I would like to move them over to the other areas. They're like, gosh, but our place is so pretty. We want to stay here. You do? Here's Ezekiel, and this is Philippa. They are not. That is interesting. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to have them, let's see if they want to be a couple. We're going to have them move. So we're going to unassign them from here. And then we're going to go up and assign them to the warehouse over there and housing over there. So let's run back. All right, look, we've got babies. We've got lots of babies. So they're growing the babies for, interesting. They're essentially growing the babies for the new field. And we thought it was going to be the one closer, but maybe they didn't want to do that right now. Maybe it's not a good time for their cows, but it certainly is for those. So we're going to move them into a C. They're going to get a C house. Yes, they are. So this is Ezekiel and Philippa right here. And now, did I come all the way over here again without removing them from the warehouse? Oh my gosh. I can't believe I did that again. I can't believe it. That is so funny. And I'm going to have to move them from there, from where they are. And do we have any place for them to work on this side? I'm not thinking about this right. I did it wrong. I can't move them until I have other courier spots over here. Okay, we're gonna have to go back and reassign them to the apartment that we just took them away from and leave them where they are for a minute. We're not making it better. We are not. So let's come here. And there they are. Let's go back in here. And I think it was this one. Yes. So we're going to put them back here. So we're going to put Philippa. No. Was that Ezekiel and Fernanda? Fernanda. Let me see what it says for Philippa. Current work distance is 245. It's Philippa who was here. And the other one is Ezekiel. Put him back here. Okay, now that makes more sense. And we'll just have to leave them until I get some place. I don't have any place for these people to work. There are 2 extra spaces in the logistics center that we can put 2 more people into, and then they could live in this area. There's places for them to live in this area. Here's one here and one at the other end, and I think all of these are filled, but let's see. Fernandez here. Yes, so all of these are filled, the full set of them. If I'm not mistaken, there's Ezekiel and this one. And let me just make sure there's someone here. Sam and there. Okay, so we can put 2 more couriers here. Out of our kids, Lane is looking close, and Scarlett. Tristan has a 7. Tristan has a 7, Scarlett has 9, and Lane has 8. So let's put Scarlet here. And on the other side, we're going to put Lane. Let's come to here, right here, and manage workers, and Lane is going to be here. Now, they're here. So let's come down. I don't think there's any room in, whoops, in the warehouse. So that's what we're going to look at right now again. So just getting the warehouses situated, we could have all the couriers live in this area and use the other warehouses. Hi. What happened? She wasn't available?
Wasn't available.
Ah, was she making food or something?
I didn't answer. She was probably maybe still at Don's.
Ah, okay. All right. Okay. Everly is running the bookstore. Beatrix is a professor. Fabian is the librarian. So that just leaves Samira and Tristan. And we could have Samira work here. She's really low for this. I would almost rather have her do something else. She really is too low. We do need another dairy farmer. So let me look for a second and see who's the closest to being a good dairy farmer. And from there, we'll save that person to be the dairy farmer. And we'll have, yeah, there's too many people who are dissatisfied. We have a ton of food. And I know that other people have talked about this, having a ton of food and people still not being satisfied. But like I said, it would be different if we had one restaurant and we're serving only one kind of food or not serving everything. But between the 9 restaurants, we are pretty much serving everything. And let's come here and let's look at this and see. And of the 2 of them, so Beatrix is professor, Fabian's the librarian, and Everly is a bookstore owner. And neither of them, wow, that's even worse. They are so not interested in doing this kind of work. So yeah, there's creativity. Let me look at something while I'm here for a second. Let me find the skill set for a second. Because with that kind of creativity, let me look and see, is a cookery, dye shop, glass. Glass! We need somebody in the glass shop. Yes! Let's quickly go over to the glass shop, the new glass shop. That would give us 3 glass makers. I looked at that and it's like, where am I going? 3 glass shop, 3 glass blowers, which would be excellent. 2, one that's retail and 2 that work in workshops. And so that would actually really be really cool. So let's do that. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And the things that I'm working on are things to try and get some of the things to work. So this glass shop, no one's here. And now what do we have? So Fabian, once again, is the librarian. But look at Samira and look at Tristan. Look at the two of them. Tristan is the one. He has the most of this. Let me look at the focus. Is 8. You need focus for this. We're going to hire Tristan here. We have a new glass blower. And Tristan is going to need to live somewhere. And he could live down here. I don't think I have any space left. Space, the final frontier. I don't think I have any space down here for Tristan. We have Candace and Cadence, not Candace, Cadence, Avery and Mildred are here. And here we have the couple, Logan and Ryan are here. And here we now have Evelyn living here by herself. And here is no one. Yay! So we can put Tristan here. 57. We'll put him here to begin with. We'll put him there. And let's close that. And save. This place is full. And now we have Samira, who does not have anything to do. I know, Ryan, you need some stuff.
You are so wise.
It doesn't take... She's standing there doing nothing. See her food going down? So she's eventually not going to... She's going to be hungry. And this is the part... we're working on importing some exposed copper for her to work on that apartment building. And so we definitely need to get that going. And who's helping her? Danny is helping her in this area by working on this. And he's waiting for polished diorite, which we have a mountain of. And this is a level 2. And so these two will go back and forth until they're done. And so now, did we put someone here? Edison is here with Evelyn, and they're here, and they live here. But Samira is going to either end up, I think she's going to end up being upstairs at the logistics center. And then we'll see how many we have. So let me just look for a second and see how many are working here. You see things are starting to show up here. And here we have 5 couriers here so far. And then we'll have 10. This should give us the full 10 at the other shop. And we'll have that continue. It's interesting with journey maps. The journey maps shows me the heads of people. Is he still stuck? Did I see him? Wasn't he stuck here? They do have a length of time that if they're not moving for a length of time, I think it does unstick them, but it's a long time. It is a long time. And we're going to come down here. Are you stuck? And so there's another stuck person. Okay, so we're beginning to have more people sticking the longer we stay in. So, because it's 3 hours that I've been in. So it makes it that we begin to have trouble the longer we stay on. That's essentially it. Lane is here. Scarlet is here. And if Samira is going to work out of this, let's make sure there's room for her. There are other places that she can be assigned here, but I just have to make sure there's room for her here. So how many do we have? Couriers. We have 5. So Ezekiel is back here, judging from where he lives. And Lane is supposed to be here. Nope, that's too far away. See, they're too far away. Wait. Why is it doing it from the warehouse? I thought it was supposed to be doing it from their logistics center. We have 6 people here, and we'll do 7. Okay, so just a second. We're going to do a 7th person. And we can't do them from the warehouse places. We can see if this one is available right here. And it is. So we're going to have Samira be here. I bet I didn't give them any new housing, did I? I don't think I did. And so she's here now, and she needs keys to the kingdom. So we're going to come here and make sure that she has keys. Let's come here and let's look. So it says that Lane is supposed to be here, Samira is here, Scarlet is here, and that gives us 9 here and 5 at the other one, I believe. And I'm going to stop here. Tomorrow I'll have to work out where they live and see if we can get all of them living in this area. We have housing here, we have housing here, and the spirit housing, we were saving it for the Druids, but I think we're going to have to put some people in here. I think we are. If I look at this place right here and look at the people who need some place to live, none of the couriers are really coming up, so they're too far away. The new couriers aren't even coming up on this list. This would be better for her if she was here. And where are the others? That's interesting. So she and Lane would be better. Actually, they're better here. Look at this, 55. So they're better here. So let's put Lane. Let's put Samira here. Let me look at who's living across the way here. Who do we have here? No one's living here. Let's put, no. Let's put Lane here, even though that makes him a little bit farther away. Let me see if he's closer, if he lives here. No one lives here. So let's see if this puts Lane closer. It does. So he is going to move here. And Sam is okay. And they're all okay now. Nova is living with somebody, and they are actual partners. Scarlet's the only one who is not in a good place. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to stay. Right now I'm only at 5 after the 3 hours. But I think I might want to... People live here. And I know I keep looking. Kendra is here by herself. And we can put Scarlet here. Yep, 2 separate beds. So we're going to put Scarlet here. Kendra can look out for Scarlet. Scarlet's a new kid on the block, so we can have her move here. And there we go. Okay, and so now all of them are working, and we have 9 people once again in this warehouse right here, and they're all scheduled. Okay, so you know what that means. That means that we have druids that we have to find a place for them to live for tomorrow morning. On Twitch, we are going to have kids come back in. We're going to have a new set of kids, and those children, we're hoping, will get some more people who can be couriers. And we still have, see all of these reception places here, and we'll try and get the ones who have at least some kind of mana, since we can't grow mana anymore apparently in the university. Now, it used to be that when they were there for the same length of time that they've been studying and their intelligence went up, their mana would go up as well. And that's the thing that's not happening. Now, maybe it took longer. We know that Eli had been here for a super long time, and so he had, but I would have had to have remembered what it was in the beginning, except that he was, in fact, a kid. So that's one of those things, but we're just going to leave these guys here this time and see what happens. Michael is training them, and we'll see how that works out. And I have them all in work. That big brown, what is this block on the floor? Wait. What was that on the floor on the guard crossway? Hold on. On the floor, a big brown block on the floor. Hold on. The guard crossway that was behind me. Or is it this one? Uh-oh, now I don't know where you're talking about. Guard crossway behind. Hold on. I mean, not so behind anymore, but I mean that brown guard post. Hold on, let's go back. Where did I come from? Let me see where I came from. Where? Now we definitely are having more problems. So I think I'm going to have to get out. What was that brown thing on the floor? Was it this? Oh, you mean the guard? One of these places. There was a place like this, and there was something on the floor in one of these areas. Let's see. I know what he's talking about. What's that brown thing on the floor somewhere? I was hoping it was one. Yes. Okay. The brown thing on the floor. It has to be this one. So let me look. Do you mean, yes. What is this block? You mean the carpet? The carpet is from Dawn of Time. And let me find Dawn of Time. There it is. Dawn of Time. It is packed. It is some kind of jammed, what did I use? It looks like mud or something. It actually is. Let me see if I can find it. It's rammed earth is what I think it's called. And let me see if I can find it here. There it is. It's rammed dirt. And it is, I believe this is it, framed with oak. And let me see if this is the one or if it's this one. Let's step here for a minute and let's look. So, yeah, it's not that one, it's this one. Yeah, it's definitely this one. Yep. So it is from, you recognize those? You knew you recognized him? You returned at the right moment? Yes. Yes, indeed. That's exactly what they are. Good for you. It looks like carpet. And so that's why I like them, because it looks like there's a carpet on the floor in this area, like it's a fuzzy carpet. And so this is the Oaks Apartments, if I'm not mistaken. Where are the apartments? There they are. And so, yep, this is the Oaks apartment building here, and this is the reception area for it. And yeah, you did. And we're here for 10 minutes. Let's go into Mr. Villager's apartment that he was doing the interior design for. You had said that you wanted, that you might be dissatisfied with the downstairs, and I was wondering if you wanted to put in a painting here in this spot. And I like the kitchen and everything. And if you were, do you still like these being up here? If you like those being up here, then everything's fine as far as I'm concerned. And we can have something on the wall across from the kitchen. And this is the upstairs where we still have to decide maybe on some kind of carpet, maybe, if you want. There is the table and the part of the room. I like this. And what we were talking about was that this was a chair, actually, that folds up, and that right now it's down. And so it looks like that when it's down. And then this is the master bedroom there. And I just like that. We didn't decide on any curtains either. So across the way, they have green curtains across the way. We could have either glass curtains or cloth curtains. Right here we actually can have cloth curtains because there's nothing in this spot, and so we can have them there. In here we can't because of the spot being here, so we would have to have closed glass curtains in this room, and in this room we could have a curtain in this room, a different curtain if you wanted to. Am I satisfied with the place? I love the place. I'm satisfied with it. I just need, I was just wondering if you wanted to put carpet on the floor here and curtains in the windows here. And I love this table. And yeah, and then we could put like a desk or something here. If we wanted to give them a little tiny bit more space, we could push this out, and then we could have like a desk for working in this area. So 2 people can live here. We have a desk here, and we can have another desk here if we wanted, or we could just leave it the way it is and maybe just put a comfortable chair back there or something. And then downstairs, right here, the only thing would be maybe to put something on the wall right here. That would be fun to have. And it can't be anything that sticks out. Yeah, it can actually. If you wanted to put something else here that sticks out, you can actually have it. You think it's good enough? Okay, good. All right. So you don't care about having any curtains at the windows or anything on the floor, any carpets on the floor or anything like that. Okay. All right. So yeah, we do have these curtains here. That was fun to do. And on the wall, yes. Okay. So let me look. The size of this wall, we can probably directly from this table put 3 by 3 or 4 by 3 painting. Let's look at 4 by 3s for a second. These are 4 by 4s, 3 by 3s. Is there such a thing as a 4 by 3? That's the one that isn't here. Oh, only Kong is the only 4 by 3. 3 by 4s is what we've been using. There's a pond. We're not using the backyard. The wither rose, maybe. Tides, maybe. Sunflowers, maybe. Shinto, maybe. Owls, moms. Remind me later. Wow. Everybody wants to interrupt. There's an alarm that's going to go off at the 30. But I think we're safe for a minute. And where was I before I was rudely interrupted? Owls, moms, cherry tree. I don't know what that is. Fern. That's as far as I can get for right now. A 3 by 1? Oh, hold on a sec. Let's look for, I think there are 3 by 1s. Painting, P-I-N-T. Let's come up here. We need a 3 by 1. There they are. So we have a 3 by 1. We have a sky block. We have Savannah. We have another portal. We have a bridge. And that's it. So these are our 4 that we have. 3 by 1, sky block, Savannah, another portal. Okay. And so right here, I'm probably going to need a block to deal with this. So let's come over to this side. I wasn't moving. Let's come over to this side. Yeah, I want to do it from this side. I'm just going to do it from here for a minute. I'm going to need one of these just in case. And that. So that is what it would look like if there was one there. And that is the tree. I think that's the sky block, actually. Let's look. That is the sky block. And this is, that's a lone tree, I think. Savannah, nice. Nether portal and bridge. So that was actually nice. There's the nether portal right there. And this is the bridge right here. So which one do you like the best? That's the bridge. This is the nether portal. And this is the savannah right there. Ah, and we did punch through. And this is the sky block. Which is kind of fun. So it would look like that on that wall, which I actually like. Right there. And we don't actually have a light in this area here. We could put a light in the ceiling and not have it show if you wanted. See, there's room to put a light in this area from here. Or we could put a light. We could put a light on top right here. A light somewhere here. We can't put it, unfortunately, in that space because that is sticking out into the block area. So yeah, we could do that. Which one of these do you like the best of the paintings? We'll hold on to those things for a minute. Let me think about what I'd like to put in this room. We could put a light up there, but it makes more sense that there would be a light here, right in the space right here. Let me see the second one again. Okay, so this is, what did I say this was? This is the sky block right here. And this one is savannah right here. And this one is the nether portal. It's actually another portal. Yeah, it is. There's another portal right there. So those, and we'll see for a minute. But yeah, we can actually sit something. Now, Dawn of Time has a lamp, and they should still have that lamp in their Asian area, and that lamp looks like this. It's a lamp that looks like this, and we can put it right there. The first one, okay, let's show the first one. And if you don't like any of them, we could choose a different size. That's the first one, which is the bridge. Right there. That lamp looks good. That works, that lamp there. And lights up that area, so that's wonderful. I hope you like it. We just added a lamp to the living room area back here. Maybe Savannah? Okay. Moinky. Crack through the wall. Okay, Savannah. That is Savannah. That's nice looking too. But I think I would leave it for me. No. I like the bridge is the one that I like the least, the bridge. But the nether portal, the Savannah, and the, what's the third one? I forgot. Maybe if I put it, oh, and the sky block. All three of these are actually fine. All three of these. So I'll put them all three there so you can see. Now, do you like the placement of the light, or would you like something to move? And so the light can go. And there. It's on top. It has to be, no, it's inside so that things can sit there. So yeah. Yep. They compete. They complete each other. It is interesting. The light is good enough. Good choice. The three of them. Yeah. So which one? Which one do you like? Oh, the light is good? Oh, excellent. Okay. The light is good. Excellent. Yay. Yeah, I remember that little one was there, and I like that. And now, drum roll. Brrr. 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 roll my R's. Brrr. Drum roll. Let's keep the sky block, which is this top one. So we're going to take all three of them down, and we're going to put the sky block right there. And there it is. And excellent. Okay. Yay. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. And so this is the apartment that was designed by Mr. Villager. No one's living here right now. Didn't we have someone who could be? Nova lives with Rayansh, and that's why she is not moving, because Rayansh would be too far away for where he is. Isabella, I don't think she's living with anybody, and that would be interesting if she came and lived here. But I'd have to check and see if she's actually living with someone. That is something that I am not keeping the tabs on the way I've done in the past in some of these areas. So look at this. So we can stand here and we can see that kitchen. We can stand over here. We can see the rooms on this side. There's people in the restaurant going up to eat. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and so everyone's going to have breakfast at Corinne's in this area. Corinne is going to serve everybody breakfast, and
Where's
Isabella is going. She got what she wanted to eat, so she's leaving. And everyone else is sitting. So we've got people sitting downstairs, and farmers waiting, and then we have people sitting upstairs. And
I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain.
so you can see they're getting their food, and the ones who got their food are leaving. What is wrong with you?
Is there a problem?
You tell me. You're full. Why are you upset? And he's leaving.
Hi.
Let me just make sure. I know
That's
you
some
don't like
bad weather we're
variety.
having today.
And Quentin hasn't gotten any food yet, but we're gonna go. That is a second half hour, so that is 3.5 hours. And thank you, obrigado, Mr. Villager. That was perfect timing. You came back just in time for us to do that. You might be hallucinating because of the hunger. Yeah, possibly. The way he sounded when he was singing. I'm singing in the rain. Yes, indeed. Thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you for watching. It's nice to have you here. And enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. Zaf, I think, went to sleep. Zaf, afkaristo. And I hope you feel better. It sounds like you needed some sleep, so I'm glad you went off to sleep. Mr. Villager, obrigado. And here we go. We've been listening to Drone Hands, actually, during this one. Listen to Drone Hands music. We're going to listen to Vincentius Primus's piece of music right now. Excitable Me is the project that this end piece is from, and here we go. So bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.